Yo, this is Bostjan from Bosslifehacks.com, and today I'll talk about change and more specifically how to deal with change. And it's a really good moment as well because it's been approximately 2 years since I left this place. This is my ex-student dormitories. It's where I spent like 4 years studying, doing all sorts of things. And it's been about 2 years since I left the country, went to London and did all these crazy things. And it's been a lot of changes in these 2 years, right? So today I'll talk a bit about how you can prepare yourself for change, how you can seek out change, if it happens unexpectedly, what you can do about it, and give you some general tips about them. The first thing you should know about change is that it's the only constant there is, okay? There is always change, and you as a person or people around you, like, there will always be change. For example, you like to eat, I don't know, chicken, like in 5 years maybe you won't like chicken anymore, right? You work as a car mechanic, maybe after some years or whatever you won't like doing that anymore. Maybe you used to like rock music, your taste changed, right? So this is actually the only constant there is. You build relationships, they change as well. People die, there's a lot of different things, but the only constant there is change. So that's like the first truth that you kind of have to, take into account. It's like it will always change, like even like your body, like your wealth, your age, whatever, it always changes, right? So as soon as you kind of establish that, and that's like a Buddhist philosophy or whatever, if you want to go in there, like as soon as you kind of accept that, establish that, life is gonna be a lot easier. There's also the saying, what resists persists, right? So it means that when change starts to happen, like when you feel you should change, when you feel certain things arise, if you kind of fight against that, it's only gonna get worse, right? For example, the classic is people, working jobs they don't like, or studying things they don't like, staying in a relationship they don't like, or even with the good stuff, when the things are too good, change is bound to happen, right? So as soon as you know that, you know that you shouldn't resist the change, okay? When you start to feel an urge, okay, maybe I should start eating something different, maybe I should start, I don't know, a new hobby, read a book, whatever, like give it opportunity to arise, like allow yourself to experiment a little bit, which takes me to the next point, which is that there will always be digressions, okay? It's not like change is just black or white, okay? It will happen slowly. So things you can do to kind of make the process simpler is allow yourself some playtime, okay? I first heard about this in a blog of Marie for Leo. She's really amazing, by the way, you should totally check her out. And she says, give yourself like a few months or whatever of private playtime. That means that you don't have to, like, okay, you feel maybe you should start a new workout plan, okay? You don't have to tell all your friends, all your family about it. Just like give yourself a month and kind of play around with it. Don't set too high expectations. Don't, like buy stuff. Like just try it out, see what happens, just for yourself. It's kind of like a playtime when it's no stress. The same is with like a different profession. Maybe you want to go into photography, okay? Don't buy like 5K of gear and, start searching for a new job. No, like get some cheap ass camera and start recording like some pictures, start taking some pictures and then see if you still like it after a month or 2 months, okay? Allow yourself some private playtime. Why do I say private playtime? Because a lot of the times in this entrepreneurial self-development waters, you try to do too many things at once, right? And then maybe people around you or even yourself, you think, okay, I can never finish what I started. I'm just, dabbling from one thing to another. No. Like, relax, that's normal. That's why it's private playtime. You don't have to tell anybody about it. You don't have to set any standards. You just try it out and see what happens. As well, Tim Ferriss talks about it. He likes to do his like 3-month experiments or something. I think I also heard or read from James Altucher. He was talking about the same thing, right? So definitely you need to experiment, because this is the only way how you can like embrace the change without like resisting it too much, because that doesn't bring you to good places. So there's this really cool book that talks about the phenomena of a hero's journey, okay? In all of the like fairy tales, books, even stories about like humankind, heroes, whatever, there's always a similar structure that the character or like the protagonist needs to go through, right? There's always this departure from everything that is known or familiar. There's like all these obstacles on the way. There's usually like a mentor figure that helps along the way. Sometimes there's like a romantic figure, aka the goddess. There's the hugest obstacle in the end, and then the story kind of revolves and the character is changed, you know, they grow either spiritually or personally or whatever. But the funny thing is, after all that is done, like the cycle repeats itself. What you should keep in mind is that inevitably the cycle will end and a new one will start. It's important to catch the right timing as well, because again, what resists persists, right? So if you kind of feel a new cycle is starting, change is about to happen, you kind of resist it, you're just gonna make things worse for yourself. You'll start to feel like, I don't know, guilty, sad, angry, whatever, like there will be regret. So all these like negative things will come if you don't embrace the change. Like change on one hand is a little bit scary, but it will prevent all these negative things to happen in the first place. A few other like things you should keep in mind when dealing with change is change comes really fast at some points, right? Like maybe, you know, like you lose your job like that, maybe somebody dies, maybe you have to move your country, maybe, you know, and I'm only talking about the negative one. Maybe you, I don't know, win the lottery, maybe you meet somebody really amazing. Okay, change can come really fast. Again, what resists persists. So if you kind of embrace that change and start dealing with it, for example, if it's negative or whatever, if you start dealing with it as soon as it happens, you have way more resources, way more time, way more energy to kind of deal with it, instead of like just, you know, crying about it and like doing stuff that won't really help you. You know, let's take an example. Okay, you lose your job. You can either get drunk, you know, be depressive, cry about it, or you can be like, okay, like what will I do about it? Like there's some steps I need to take. Maybe I need to talk to some people first to release the emotional pressure. Then I need to start, you know, see, okay, what I want to do, which are the lines of work I like. I need to send out some, you know, like emails asking for jobs, asking people, whatever, right? So again, it can come alarmingly fast, like really fast. So if you're kind of pre-prepared to have that, to experience that, and again it connects to the first one, change is the only constant. So if you're kind of ready for that, then when the rapid change will come, you will kind of accept it fast, and then you can move towards like making it better or progressing with it. Another really important thing is that when you change, people around you might not change. Okay, this is a very big one for everybody in self-development circles. This is a big one for teenagers that are trying to cut, you know, their way away from parents. You change, right? You change day to day, you change fast, you change slow, it doesn't matter. You will change different from how people that are around you will change. So a good step would be to kind of find and surround yourself with people who kind of change in similar ways than you do, but more importantly, who kind of accept that you will change and, you know, like don't give you shit about it. That's a really big one, because otherwise you will have like clashes all the time, right? And another thing is to constantly kind of like meet new people. If you have a new hobby, like it's cool to meet somebody new who's like playing volleyball, right? There are people playing volleyball right here, but it's gonna be hard to like, you know, you wanna start play volleyball and then you're just gonna convince all your friends and family, oh hey guys, like let's all start to play volleyball. Doesn't really work like that, right? Now, if you want to take everything a step higher, I would say even invite changes in your life. Don't just like wait around so they come, but kind of invite them in your life. A big thing that you can do in this way is go on an adventure. Okay, I did talk about this a little bit. I made a blog post about it as well. I'll probably link it here. I'll make more videos and blogs about it as well, but it's a really good thing to kind of invite change in your life. When you go on an adventure, Preferably it's something that lasts a long time, something that kind of takes you away from everything that you know. Like the more kind of extreme or bigger it is, the more change it will bring, right? So the more you will learn, the more you will experience, and all things like that. So a really good tip if you want to take this whole change process on a different level is go for an adventure. I'll talk more about what kind of adventure you can go on in some of the next videos, but definitely a good thing to try. And now it's gonna rain, so we're gonna wrap up. Alright boss, that's about everything for now. I hope you like this video. Let me know what you think about it. What are some changes that you're facing in your life right now? What are you resisting? You know, what are you not doing that you should be? Let me know. Let me know if you know any other people, books, videos who talk about change and how to change it. That was dangerous. So, you know, we'll see. Drop some comments, drop some likes, share the video if you really liked it. It means a lot. And, you know, do whatever you can. Don't resist change. And peace and love, and have fun. No, no,
No, no, no, no, no, no, no.